Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for the semifinal collision. This one will be fair caught. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. It's going to bring up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. They give it to the big fullback here. Tackled, but first down.
Gutsy call here by this offense. Early in this game on a 4th down, they decide to go for it, and they come up with the first down to be able to move the sticks and keep this drive alive. The gutsy call pays off for the offense.
And the Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll run it here. The running back has the ball. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Fires it. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Explosive play, and the offense will set up now inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
The Noles look to keep this drive moving. They're going to run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Offense operating from the pistol. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Same tailback, another carry. Running with purpose. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a 4th down.
They'll pass from the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete, a 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Pena. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way. Offense behind the sticks, facing a 2nd and long. The quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Finds room at the 30. Brought down after a big gain in the first down. Defense, no answer for the option that time.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Oh, and they stop him short. Defense stout here on back-to-back plays. No gain on second down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run the option. And the defense wraps him up.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
It's 4th and goal. Forget the chip shot. They're going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back. Intercepted in the end zone. He's at the 50. Past the 40. Inside the 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Florida State.
Now, there's a risky throw here so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception, Chris. Sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Second down.
From the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch is made down the middle. They get him down to the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
And looking to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Looking to chuck it again. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And there's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
We'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to try the extra point. And there's the point after. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points when they bounced back here.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You'll take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give, and they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. They'll try to run for the first down. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting fourth down and inches. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Hands off to the fullback. And the Noles pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
The Seminoles line up on 1st and 10 now. Ball handed off. Football comes out. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Let's see what they can do here. There's time to run a few plays, perhaps get into field goal range. He's going to pull it down and run. It's a fumble. Looks like the offense able to recover it there. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
And they heave it deep downfield. Pass hauled in inside the 15. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start with the 25. First half clock with just 7 seconds remaining for this first down play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. First down. They're going to throw the football. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Second down, we're going to throw it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. He just steps out of bounds, a takeaway to wrap up this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The completion sets up a second down play. It's an out route, the catch made. He's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a first down.
You call a quick out on third down, I think that tells you the confidence you have in the quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Second down.
The loss sets up a second and long from the 20. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looks to the left. Pass caught. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great compliment to that.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Can he make it to the marker? And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The Noles will line up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space. making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And the Noles pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Handoff here from the shotgun. The ball is loose. The defense recovers the fumble.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hand on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Trying to extend the play. Going to try to use his legs here. They'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here, so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
But the linebackers and really the quarterback and the defense on this play diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. Just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback looking to scramble. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Oh, it lands just short of the goal line, but bounces in for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, LSU 14, Florida State 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And they'll get the first down yards before they finally bring them down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
The Seminoles pick up enough yardage for a first down. And on the carry, he's heading left. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. And now they'll run it on the draw. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. They'll run it from the gun. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And the Seminoles will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Boy, what a gutsy call by the offensive coordinator. 4th down, they call for the RPO, and if it's executed well, you can get a first down like we saw. But this play could go south in a hurry. Great execution and decision-making by the quarterback.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st down, it's play action. Just gets it away, taking a shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Can he get there on the ground? Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. It's an option look. Pitches to the back. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. Finally brought down. The option produces a big game that time. That's great execution.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Great chance for the offense to tie the game. 1st and goal. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
What a touchdown by this offense. They're down 1 now, an extra point away from tying this game up with under 2 minutes to go.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Your worst case scenario, go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to win it in regulation. Let's see. Handoff from the shotgun. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's second down here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. On the move, looking deep. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And he's going to launch it deep again. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Let's see what the coach decides to do here. Do you play it safe and trust your field goal kicker from distance, or do you try to gain some yardage, make this a higher percentage kick?
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Same tailback, another carry. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. So from the 29, this will be a game-winning field goal attempt from 46 yards away. And the kick is good. The offense settles for 3 on the drive. And they've regained the lead. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that